TXDPS website and make an appointment. Remember, all of our
It's still by appointment?
it is, and it works out great.
I know during the cooties I had to do that. Yeah, you're right.
It controls chaos because those people that work in those counters, behind those counters, they get cussed at. They get
Really?
Yes, the people are horrible to them. And I was like, man, when I was a trooper in Georgetown, every now and then we'd have to go sit in the Pflugerville Mega Center because people come in there with warrants. And
yeah.
I'd pop out the back room and they're like, oh crap, and they look at me and I look at them and
they know what's going down.
It's like an airport in there. There's hundreds of people. There's so many people, and so every now and then you got to go hands on, and they don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now they have one here in this local one here. Is this still DMV
here in Lampasas? Yeah, and that's the good thing about this area. Like when I made my appointment last year, I made it for Cameron, and that's just 45 minutes from my house. But it's easier to get in the smaller areas. You just got to make sure what days they're here. But you just go to TXDPS and a driver's license, and it has all the things you need, like proof of U.S. citizenship, evidence of lawful presence, your Texas residency, your Social Security card, proof of insurance. If you have a vehicle, you have to have all that with you. But make sure before you go, because that's what sparks the biggest fights, so to speak, is when somebody thinks they have all the right documents, then they get there and they don't.
Yeah, it happens. And I know.
It happened to me. I forgot my passport. I had to go all the way back to Belton.
Why do you have to have a passport?
Because for the Real ID Act, it's been so long since my license has been renewed. So when I renewed it last year, the Real ID Act is in effect. So I had to get my passport on there, and they had to scan it in. So even me, they know me, and I work for the department. No special favors. I had to go all the way back.
Oh, because it was expired. Your driver's license was expired.
It was about to expire on my birthday.
So what if I don't have a passport?
Well, I don't have one.
What is this Real ID thing?
The Real ID Act. Let me pull up here all the things you need.
I'm gonna need to get a passport.
No.
Okay, because I wasn't going anywhere.
Here, I'll type this up.
If it was,
you never know when you need a passport. You may want to go visit China. All the people that are banning
you. I'm like, hey guys, we gotta.
I would buy a one-way ticket if I was you. You ain't
coming back.
No.
Oh my goodness.
But the Real ID Act, I think I remember hearing something about that. Now, do you have to have like this gold star or something on the driver's
gold
license?
star, and you can use that gold star for like airline travel and getting into federal buildings, and it's because all the fraudulent driver's license that are out there they're so easy. So easy
wow, yeah,
to make fraudulent ID cards and driver's license.
Well, can't they just put a gold star on it? Fraudulent ones.
Here. I'm about to pull this up. Here.
I gotta look at my driver's license now.
Yeah, it says you're old. You're welcome.
Yeah, everybody. Do you even have a license?
I do. It's in. I think it's in my purse.
And on your license,
maybe.
You think it's in your purse? How tall does it say you are? Like 5'6"?
4'11".
Okay, I was gonna make sure you wouldn't falsify information on there. So it's you have to prove with either a U.S. birth certificate. See, and that's where I come into problems because I was born in Germany. I was, it's in German. My birth certificate's like a flimsy see-through wax piece of paper.
Like, Soldier Washko.
Well, my dad was in the military over there, and he met my mom, and of course, I was born there in the German hospital and everything. And when I even got on with DPS, they called me out like 2-3 weeks into the academy to verify that I was even a U.S. citizen. I'm like, are y'all gonna throw me out now? I've been a cop for 7 years before this. Have I been doing this all wrong? Am I getting deported? And
wow,
because I guess they did an audit on our applications, and the copy of mine, it's all in German.
Wow.
It was. So, but anyway, so what I had to do was the U.S. citizens, children born abroad, you can get a copy of an Americanized birth certificate. So I had to go
the real one.
Yeah. So to show proof of U.S. lawful citizenship, it's a U.S. birth certificate, an unexpired U.S. passport, a visa, an I-94, a permanent resident card, employment authorization card, immigrant documents, where you have your old Texas ID or photo, an unexpired U.S. passport, school records, voter registration card. Let's see, proof of residency, 2 documents from separate sources with the name and physical address of the applicant on both documents. The name and physical address.
You better look this up, Casey.
Hey, Bill's got all that.
Yeah, Social Security cards, certified college transcript with your Social Security number, or military ID. So a lot of those.
Now these are everything you need, or these are what you can pick
these
from.
These are some of the items that are available that you can't use if you don't have.
Yeah, you don't have to use all of them.
Well, I just saw the gold star. That looks like it's easy to.
When does yours expire? you have a full head of hair in that picture?
No, I'm just buzzed as I am now. Let's see. When does it? Where's the expiration date? Oh, there's 2028.
Oh.
Now, let me ask you.
And they're good for 8 years. Arizona. What is it? Yeah, you need to get a new license. That one's broken. Let me see this thing.
Oh, that is old school license. Yeah.
Smell like weed.
It smells like weed.
Let's see. You said 411. That's good. Yeah.
Yep. See, that's how tall I am.
But it doesn't have a gold star on it.
It does.
It does?
Oh, I'm a gold star.
Yours expires this year.
I know, on my
Good
birthday.
thing we checked, right?
Yeah, but look, I'm legal. It's broken.
We can't look at a license to see if it's suspended. We have to run it, and I'm not going to do that. So, because I don't trust
You'll find out when you go get it.
People always come to me and say, "Hey, can you run my license, see if it's any good?" And I'm like, "Well, if you have a warrant,
Do you
I
want
have
me
to take
to?
you in because it's going to be flagged." And they're like, "Oh no, just check to see if it's good." And I'm like, "You don't want to do that." It's like, no, just go to your local DL office.
And they'll let you know.
Yeah,
they'll let you know.
The
then
guy will come out from the back.
You're under arrest.
He comes out like the executioner from the back door. There's smoke coming out from behind us. That's what it always felt like because everybody's in the lobby. They're sitting there, these little kids with their braces on, about to get their license, and they see me come out the back. And then sometimes you have to drag them out, kicking and screaming, handcuffed, and because people don't want to go to jail. I don't blame them for that.
Well, you should go to jail anyway if you're trying to get a driver's license, knowing you have a warrant.
Yeah,
I mean, you should go to jail for being stupid.
Yeah, well, they're trying to make it legal, make it right. But yeah,
you're arrested for being stupid.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of room in our jail. So what do you want to talk about? Yesterday, I did a news thing on one of the local outlets in Waco talking about lane departure warning systems. I don't have that on my truck or nothing, but do y'all have it?
No.
Oh, what?
A lane departure warning system. It's for the fancy cars that have that extra package.
Autopilot.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily autopilot. And I drove a rental car last year. It had this, and it's called lane departure warning. It has these sensors on the side, and it monitors the left lane. And if you're on the interstate, it monitors the striped lane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you start to veer out of one, you'll feel a vibration in the steering wheel, and then the seat it vibrates to wake you up and say, "Hey." But we talked about somebody had called in to the news office and said, "Hey, is it recommended you turn it off during icy weather?" Which is a great question because what happens in icy and snowy weather?
It covers up
the markings.
Yeah.
Now of course we refer everyone to their owner's manual if they have it, but yeah, it's
that big book that.
And that's what I
nobody reads.
I don't want to be dependent on all these little bells and whistles. So I'll tell people the most important safety feature is the person behind the wheel, the nut behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I always say that's the most important one. Don't rely too much. Don't get complacent on your cruise control, which you don't want to use in inclement weather as well.
I don't even know how to use it.
That's good. You still have blocks in your pedals though. That's what they're for.
Yeah.
The lane departure warning, it's designed to avoid crashes. So it has little detections and everything. It's just a safety feature. Don't rely on it, and definitely want to turn that off and focus on when it is icy because it only activates after 37 miles an hour, which that's pretty fast for driving in the ice.
Yeah.
When we work,
you got to pay for a ride like that at Six Flags.
We'll have 200-300 crashes when it ices over in Bell County when we get that black ice and the sheets of ice and rain and it freezes. It's an absolute mess. But everybody says, I was doing 50, I was doing 40. I thought it was slow
I was doing
enough.
98.
You should have been doing 6 or 5 or even 4.
Yeah, I say,
pretty much walking speed.
If your deductible is higher than what you're going to make that day, just stay home.
Yeah. It ain't worth your life. And,
no.
The great thing is that everyone can work from home a lot now. We've learned during the COVID thing, but not everybody has that luxury. But what I always got frustrated with when I was a trooper in Killeen, Fort Hood has 2 rush hours. They have their PT rush hour in the morning, and they all drive home, shower, then they come back 8, 9 o'clock again. So what would happen? The weather people would always say, "Hey, we're about to have some bad weather, possibly ice, and it's gonna." Then they're like, "Well, it's gonna be icy tomorrow, so be ready for the school cancellation." Well, Fort Hood, whoever is in charge there, they never canceled it until after the soldiers drove in, and then they saw the wrecks. And they're like, "You know what? We should probably send them all home." And then they're all like, "Yes, time to drink and get drunk," and they stay and party, have a snow party, a snow day. So they're all hauling butt back, and they have even more wrecks. And
man, they should cancel it sooner.
Young, right? But yeah, driving in the extreme cold, we dodged a major bullet with this weather.
Oh,
This
yeah.
without the precipitation. The other
Oh,
day, I
yeah.
was going to have to feed the horses. It was snowing pretty good. Everything turned white, but the roads were dry, and it was like the snow was just blowing across, so you could still do a little under the
Yeah,
speed
we
limit. It
came in
was
on Monday, and it was like a ghost town.
yeah.
I mean, the roads were fine, but everybody
But
everybody
it's
stayed home.
it's early in the winter. We're not out of the woods. It's gonna probably happen. Usually, it traditionally happens in February. We get that ice storm and the
Mhm.
snowstorm. So
Yeah, that's the doom and gloom Ken's been saying.
yeah. So the main
It's
thing, people check your battery level. If your batteries are bad, you may want to replace them. Your windshield wipers. That's when they always find out is the last minute doesn't work. Your tire pressure, of course, when it gets cold, you always get your sensor to come on. You want to make sure that tire pressure is good. Make sure your tires are also good with the tread and the fluid levels. And another thing, and I've made this mistake when I was a cop in Stephenville years ago. I would get off at 6 in the morning. We'd work 6 p to 6 a, and it was like 15 degrees. I'm driving down
oh,
281 going back home, and I hit my wiper washer thingy.
Oh, froze right up on
Froze right up at
contact.
60 miles an hour. I
oh
said, "Oh my
no.
god!" So I just rolled the window down and I just kind of stuck my head out and pulled to the right. But yeah, it scared the heck out of me because the sun was coming up,
You can't
and I
see.
yeah, and I had a little bit of dirt and whatever on there from the precipitation the day before, so I hit the washer deal, and sure enough, it froze over with the sun beaming in them, and it was pretty
I've
scary.
done that
That's the
before.
Yeah,
worst.
Not when
so
it
don't
freezing,
do
but
that when you're driving in the ice and
and
the snow
don't
weather.
don't even do it when the sun is coming up and it's in your
Exactly,
eyes.
even when it's warm, and do
Yeah,
it with the sun because it just magnifies it. It's like putting that magnifier and right in your
that's
eyes.
true.
Yeah.
But another thing people don't do, they don't monitor their local broadcast. You can get, with whether through radio or TV stations have the apps, and then y'all have an app that has the weather updates and everything.
Yeah,
And
we have Mix Online app.
because that's good for spring. When you have your tornado weathers, if you're in the vicinity where bad weather's coming, it kind of says,
Yeah,
"Hey,
because we
get
drive
up
into
and."
work to tell other people that it's unsafe to drive into
That's right.
work. Yeah.
It makes sense.
That does make sense. So yeah, but if you got the bottom line, what we always say, if you can stay home, do. But like I said, some people don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
We don't
Depends
have
on
that
what you do.
luxury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't bring the studio to the house,
Nope.
can you?
No.
And take a
Your
lot
kids
of
will get in the
time.
way. Hey, what happened to the little one? What was her name? Paisley.
Paisley.
Where is she at?
She's at
She's
school.
good. She
Oh
needs
no,
to be.
actually, she is out of school today.
Is she?
She got the flu.
Oh,
Oh,
poor thing.
Yeah.
saw that coming.
She was
Yeah.
hilarious. That girl's got personality. She's gonna go places.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get her in here on a weekly.
Yeah, I made a TikTok of her interrupting you.
Yeah, I know.
It was
All
funny.
right.
She
we
is
got
hilarious.
to take a quick break right now. We're talking to Sergeant Brian Washko, Texas DPS. We got some more stuff we need to talk about. First, we got to get this stuff out of the way. 829 to Mix Online, your hits from the 80s, 90s, and today. Good morning.
Ken and Casey in the